Hi, I was talking about a few things related to architecture, and it's not my stream, but I have an interest in that field because I have seen many properties in the Araval built by many international architects. So that's how I got this interest, and also I was regularly reading inside, outside, good homes, architecture related magazines, AD. Then there are so many books, but in particular AD, good homes, then inside, outside. Those magazines are having a lot of features, new editions, and also having the many perspectives, many dimensions related to architecture. And it's always a dream. One is always having the dream, getting the job, buying the house, vehicles, settling in. That's the usual process. Everyone is having it, regardless of the class. Everyone is having that dream. And I just wanted to tell you from Poolakatin Nanbargal. I got the invitation in Facebook regarding the workshop conducted by Tunnel in Tiruvannamalai, and also something related to architecture conducted by the group in Namakkal via Poolakatin Nanbargal. This is the name of the Facebook page. And I just wanted to tell you a few things. When we are getting into some place, it's not just about learning things. We are not going to become an architect or something related to that sort of work. We are trying to attend a workshop because there you could meet the same mindset, like-minded people over there. And obviously, at least 32, I could say that 50 to 70% having that kind of background. It's quite obvious. When it is related to architecture, obviously, the students or practitioners or architects will be there. I just wanted to meet someone over there. That was the main purpose. I'm not going to learn something out of it. I just wanted to meet something. Whenever you book any workshop where you are not just going to learn something, that is one thing, that is the main purpose, but there are many things attached to it. As I told you, the Tunnel group was conducting the workshops in Tiruvannamalai. That's related to the mud house. I'm not interested in mud house, but I'm interested in architecture. And I just wanted to meet the professionals over there. But unfortunately, I was not able to attend those things, those workshops. And please make a note, if someone is interested in bricks or the products required for the building, that doesn't mean that the person is the building contractor. The person is related to architecture, mason, etc., etc. If you are thinking of someone as such and you have zero knowledge, you are an idiot. I was interested in those things because I bought the plot and already we were paying EMIs. So I was looking for someone who is able to do the best thing with minimum budget by incorporating all the 5 elements. That was the major goal. I have no idea about the architecture. I can sketch the designs. Oh, the architecture is not something related to sketching things. Even fashion designing is also not simply related to sketching some designs. There is some science in that. When you build the house, the weight of the foundation, the weight of the building, which will be directly proportionate to the depth of the foundation. Architecture is, BRK is also a very difficult stream. I mean, it's not quite easy to get into BArch. Because there also you need a lot of science, maths and science. You need a lot of equations in order to calculate the proportions about each and every whatever you design that is going to withstand the climate factors as well as that is related to the factors underneath the building. Everyone is going to check the soil over there, the ground, whether it is suitable to build something over there. There are wetlands, they were able to build the house even on the wetlands by closing it. You could see it in many places in Chennai. The wetlands were gone. In Bangalore, wetlands were not. Wetlands are mostly related to the dry places, dry, humid places. In Bangalore, I did not see any wetland. As of my knowledge, I didn't witness anything as such. But in Chennai, there were so many wetlands. It was all occupied. When I was quite young, when we were traveling from our town to Chennai in order to attend some functions or to meet our relatives, I have seen the empty wetlands on both sides close to Tambram. From Paranur, after Chengalpattu, Paranur will come. That's the beautiful place. There is a small lake adjacent to the mountains, a small lake, and it's also open for boating and all. It's a very nice scenery. And after crossing that Paranur, it was all empty. It was all deserted at first. I was talking about the period 1990s, 1992, 2000, I could say 2004, even till 2004. No, it's not till 2004. In 1990s, both sides of the highway were left deserted. Now you can't find a place. Almost the Chennai expanded, not 360 degrees expansion, but I could say 180 degrees because other 180 is related to the ocean. So the expansion was massive, horrible, unbelievable. They closed all the wetlands, and after the flood and all, it was all floating. All the wetlands, ponds, lakes, everything was closed, and they built houses on top of that. And even when you travel in the train towards Minjur or towards Tiruvallur, Arakonam, you could find the wetlands, and the houses are floating on that in the rainy season. Pathetic sight and unbelievably clumsy. I don't know why people are neglecting those things, how they are surviving in that area. I just don't understand it. But I could say that Chennai was expanded in 2004 itself, stretched the boundaries towards, even I could say till Chengalpattu. Massive growth happened within a short period of time. So I was always seeing the changes, and also I was able to perceive the things, why the houses are floating over there. Why? What is the reason? It is as simple as that. It was built on the wetland, in the low lying areas, in the lake, wetland areas and all, not suitable for building the houses. You need to elevate the ground. When you consider the entire area, you need to elevate the ground throughout the lake or wetland area or low lying areas. From Chengalpattu to Madurandagam, called as lake towns. So many lakes were there. I'm not sure whether it is still there, but so many lakes were there. Small ponds, lakes, wetlands were there. I was able to witness those things while I was while we were traveling from our town called Dindivanam to Chennai. Till Tambaram you could witness small ponds, lakes. It was like expanded like the riverine system. But it's not the river. There was one river close to Chengalpattu. They say Malattaru, as of my knowledge, because there was no water. I'm not sure about the right name, but they mention it as Malattaru. It means that river never seen the water. Malad means Banj in Hindi. Never conceived an alligravida like that. Never seen the water. So try to understand the point. I have seen the destruction of wetlands, lakes, ponds, all the environmental disasters. I'm the living witness. Even everyone knows about it. All the wetlands are gone. Small lakes, ponds, it's all gone. And they were building the houses in that low lying areas, and it's all floating. when the rain is heavy, it will be floating. So I have this idea about building the house, choosing the place, choosing the materials. I have all the ideas because I have witnessed many things. And also in Kaveri College, in my college, the new building was getting constructed when I was studying second year BSc Computer Science in that college. So in the weekends, I got the opportunity to watch those things. What we do at hostel. So I have seen so many things. They did not use the hollow block and all. They were using the bricks, and I was watching those things. At first, they built the small temple opposite to the administrative block, staff's building. And then after completion of that, the grand celebration happened. The yagna, puja, everything was done as per the shastras, because they kept yagna kundas in many places in the same complex in front of the temple. So almost one mandala, 48 days, the puja was going on. So I was there helping the in the priest. Every day the puja was happening, and also we were preparing the so-called Panchamrit, and also distributing prasad. And even in Margari, the whole month in the morning the Tirupavai was recited. I was also there in our college. The temple is located in the college campus, and after that the new building was constructed just close to the temple, and also in between temple and the library. So I watched everything. I have the knowledge because of that. And also I read the magazines in the library regarding the architecture. There were so many magazines. I got a lot of knowledge related to photography, architecture, and also home science students were there. So the recipe books, everything was there. That's the nice place, I could say that. So this is what I would like to tell you. If you are able to build a house with 30 lakhs, two-storied building, including all the 5 elements, then let me know. It can be negotiable, because I'm not sure. As of my knowledge, after consulting with few architects, I came to know about the cost of the construction per square feet. But still I'm searching for someone who is able to meet my requirement. I came to know about certain factors because I have witnessed I have witnessed many things. Destruction of wetlands that was posing the great, you know, environmental hazard. So you must understand one thing. When the person is having some knowledge, it doesn't mean that the person is related to that particular field. If you want to build a house, what do? It's a simple question. If you have lot of money, blindly you will choose one architect and you will submit all the responsibilities in the hands of architect or the civil engineer, right? But I have lot of interest because I was always thinking of many things. Why the houses are floating in the rain? Then obviously the answer was ready made because I was traveling from my town to Chennai. I have seen the water filled area over there. That time no houses, there were no houses at all. Very few, countable, I could say that. Now it is all filled with the houses. See, the highway is erected and it is in the middle. On both sides, you could see the ground is, when you talk about the height from the ground, the highway height, when you talk about the height from the ground to the highway, it will be around, I could say that the height of two-story building. So it is quite obvious that it is the low-lying area. When it is raining, obviously the water will flow from the steep area to the low-lying area. It is related to common sense. So you are able to witness the water over there in the rainy season. The water is always there because that is the wetland. That is the lake area. And when you build a house, if you don't expect the water, then you are wrong. You have no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Water is always there, but the rain deficit will be there because of the El Nino condition that is happening on the Pacific Ocean. It's all related to many things. The rain is related to the clouds. Clouds are related to the air movement. And that is not going to be the same. So the knowledge is very simple. So sometimes the rain deficit will be there. Or, but many years Chennai was facing the water related problems. Even till 2004, I could say that. They kept a huge sink when I'll talk about the thing later because that is the big topic, where the water is coming, how it is getting distributed, because the house of one of my relatives' house is located in Triplicane. I was there in 2004. In 2002, 2003, I was in Triplicane area. So I was able to witnessed those things. I have seen the crisis, the water crisis, and it was horrible, unbelievably horrible. They were filling the tanks. I just don't get the term properly, but in many places they kept huge tanks, and the lorries were carrying the water, the trucks were carrying the water from many places, and it was filling the tank because they were not able to supply the water